Hello people, I'm Jaby KOAY, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
What's up?
We're looking at SUZHAL, the VORTEX. We're looking at the Tamil version first, and then if we have time, we'll look at the Hindi version. The Hindi one has way more views, so I thought, well, why not, try to make both audiences happy. We could try to look at all the languages, but there's like 30, so we'll just look at those two. Anyways, if you guys haven't already, hit the subscribe button, please bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up to let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Here we go.
ஆயிரம் செவிகள் திறக்கும், ஆயிரம் கண்கள் விழிக்கும், ஒரே அணு அசைய ஆயிரம் கதைகள் பிறக்கும்.
Oh, interesting.
என் தங்கச்சி காணோம். கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியுமா முடியாதா?
ஆயிரம் கைகள் முறுக்கும்.
ஹலோ.
ஆயிரம் குடிகள்.
நிலா அங்க வந்தாளா?
செல்ல பொய்யை காக்க.
நிலா.
ஆயிரம் உண்மை புதைக்கும்.
கடைசியா எப்ப பார்த்த சாமி?
நிலா.
பூமி சுழலும் 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 இருளும் 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 இருளில் இதத்தை தேடி நெருப்பை தொட்டால் சாம்பல் மட்டும் மிச்சம். ஒரு பிடி இதயம் அடக்கும் ரகசியம் எத்தனை எத்தனை லட்சம்.
யார் என்ன நினைப்பாங்க, எப்படி நடந்துப்பாங்க, எல்லாமே எனக்கு தெரியும்.
அதோட பெரிய ப்ராப்ளம் ஒன்று இருக்கு.
இந்த ஃபேக்ட்ரி திறந்த வருஷம் 1990. அன்னைக்கு ஒரு பொண்ணு காணாமல் போச்சு. இப்போ இந்த ஃபேக்ட்ரி எரியுது, இன்னொரு பொண்ணையும் காணோம்.
மசானுக்குள்ளே போ.
இருள் வாழாத நெஞ்சம் எல்லாம் தடம் இல்லாமல் சட்டத்துக்கு வளைந்த நியாயம் கேள்விக்குறியாகும்.
Oh my.
இது ஒரு சின்ன ஊர். இங்க எல்லாருக்கும் எல்லாத்தையும் தெரியும். அந்த எல்லாத்த பத்தி எனக்கெல்லாம் தெரியும்.
நீ புரிஞ்சு வச்சிருக்கிற இந்த சின்ன உலகத்துல உனக்கு எல்லாம் தெரியும்னு நினைச்சிட்டு இருக்கேன். இங்க இருக்கிற மனுஷங்க அவ்வளவு சிம்பிளாவோ ஈஸியாவோ இல்லை. பாட சக்கரை லைஃப்ல எல்லாரும் ஒரு குற்ற உணர்ச்சியோட தான் வாழ்ந்துட்டு இருக்கோம். அது நம்ம அனுபவத்துக்கு ஒரு அடையாளம்.
ஒரு சுழல் மாதிரி சுழட்டி சுழட்டி மொத்தமா கடைசி மூச்சு வரைக்கும் முடிஞ்சிடும்.
Wow. You certainly get a sense of the vortex and everything just unraveling, you know, everything that they know is just falling apart.
Let's see if we can look at this one in Hindi.
हजारों की आवाज गूंजेंगी, हजार आंखें खुलेंगी, पलक झपकते ही हजार कहानियां जन्मेंगी.
मेरी छोटी बहन गायब है. तुम लोग उसे ढूंढ सकते हो या नहीं?
हजार हाथ बंग हो.
हेलो.
हजार परिवार दंग हो.
नीला वहाँ है क्या?
मासूम से झूठ को छुपाने
नीला.
हजार सच दफन होंगे.
आखिरी बार कब देखा था उसे?
नीला.
इस भूमि में दल 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 उसमें ये जल 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 का बल बल तुझको खींचेगा. गरम आग के पीछे भागो, सिर्फ राख रह जाएगा. दिल के अंदर कैद लाखों राज, राज ही रह जाएंगे.
यहाँ कौन क्या सोचता है, क्या महसूस करता है, मैं सब जानता हूँ.
उससे भी बड़ी एक प्रॉब्लम हो गई है. साल 1990 में जब ये फैक्ट्री शुरू हुई थी, उस दिन भी एक लड़की गायब हुई थी. अब जब ये फैक्ट्री जली है, एक और लड़की गायब है.
मयान कुल्ले की तरह.
जिसके दिल में कलंक नहीं वो दुनिया से उड़ जाएगा. इंसाफ की चाबुक भी मुड़ के प्रश्न चिन्ह बन जाएगा.
ये एक छोटा सा शहर, यहाँ पे हर कोई एक दूसरे को जानता है. मुझे भी लगता था कि मैं सबके बारे में सब कुछ जानता हूँ.
तुम्हें लगता है कि तुम अपनी इस छोटी सी दुनिया के बारे में सब कुछ जानते समझते हो. इस दुनिया के लोगों को समझना इतना सिंपल और इजी नहीं है.
सब किसी न किसी गिल्ट के साथ पूरी जिंदगी बिताते हैं और वही अनुभव जीना सिखाता है।
एक पावर की तरह घूम घूम कर आखिर में इसने बच्ची कुची जान भी चूस ली है।
Having watched this twice now, I still am not 100% sure about what's going on, but what I am gathering is it's about a small town, right? And there's a cop who has lived in this small town. He feels like he knows everyone and he's familiar with everyone, knows all their stories, but then this stuff starts happening and these girls start disappearing and it's a huge mystery, and so his whole world is just turned on its head. It's turned upside down because he's come to the realization that maybe, in fact, he doesn't really know anyone at all.
Okay.
So it's just like messing with his head a bit.
After watching it twice, I didn't find that like I understood the story a heck of a lot better than what you just explained.
Yeah.
I thought that it was visually stimulating in certain areas, and there was like there's definitely a mystery there, but beyond the scope of what few lines were uttered in here, like, you know, you think these people are simple, but they're not. They're quite complex. I'm like, okay, what does that mean though? Like, and what? Like,
Yeah.
where does that take me in terms of understanding the scope of the story here? I mean, there's some interesting stuff, like I said, locations and whatnot, and you're dealing with these dances and whatever that are, I imagine are religious, the religious dances
Yeah,
and what
I
have
think
you.
so.
That's all cool. I just don't understand like what exactly is in his way, other than I have to figure out what's going on. And what about the villagers being complex makes this endeavor of his any different than any other cop who might be dealing with something similar in a big city or
Right.
another small city. Like,
I guess maybe in a small town you don't expect that stuff to happen. Like
Yeah.
you just expect you're probably going to be just settling a few disturbances, giving a few parking tickets.
the one thing that was kind of strange to me is that this main cop, it almost felt like he was looking down on the people.
Yeah, there was one part where I was like, oh, I don't understand that. Yeah.
And so if he grew up with them, presumably he wouldn't have that sort of attitude towards them of just like this sort of snooty, you know, like I'm better than you sort of attitude. But then I guess cops generally have that in Indian films of
Yeah.
like I'm better than you. But it seems like over the course of the story, he gets more and more reeled in. His attitude probably changes over the course
yeah.
of the story, which is, you know, a character arc. That's all part of storytelling. So all of this to say, after having watched it twice, I don't know how much I personally am like, I gotta watch this movie. You know, I have that with Indian films. This is not one of those instances. This might be one of those instances where it's like we get bombarded with comments of people going, you gotta watch this, and then we watch it and then we learn, oh yeah, this was definitely worthwhile. It was a lot of fun, super engaging, super thrilling.
Yeah.
But like at the trailer level, at the commercial level, I'm just like, if I have a series, like we just watched a Nani trailer a few moments ago, that I would like to go watch. That I would actually sit in theaters or, you know, sit and stream it. You know, I would like to actually see that film, but maybe it's a vibe thing, you know, because you're dealing with another language and so certain vibes are easier to access, like comedy or something. This is an instance where it's like, okay, cool, like let's what's next? What else is out there? What,
Yeah.
You know, what are the other options on the DVR? So
I will say that it's quite intriguing, but the thing that's kind of drawing me in is actually the music that they're using in the trailer, because, you know, after watching it back to back, I'm like, oh yeah, it's the music. The music is really driving me emotionally in watching this. Like, it's making me feel uneasy and it's thrilling and it feels like I'm part of a chase.
Right.
And so if that is translated into the show, it could be really interesting.
yeah. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed some of this reaction and discussion. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up, please. I'm Jaby KOAY. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.